Chapter 1: Introduction to Business Process Management. Introduction to BPM. BPM is both the science and the art of process work for consistently produce outcomes, generate wealth, and seize growth opportunities. Facilitates cost savings, quicker delivery, less error, and innovation, leading to efficiency and customer satisfaction. Focus directs and optimizes end-to-end processes, breaking down, designing, executing, and enhancing processes to achieve organizational objectives and add value. Processes everywhere. Examples of business processes: order to cash, from customer order to payment receipt; quote to order, from customer request for a quote to order placement; procure to pay, from identifying a need to payment for goods, services; issue to resolution, from customer complaint to resolution; application to approval, from application submission to approval or rejection. Case study of equipment rental at Build It. Process overview. Site engineer requests equipment via form. Clerks select and check equipment availability. Approval from work engineers. Confirmation and purchase orders sent to supplier. Delivery and inspection of equipment. Invoice processing and payment. Ingredients of a business process. Events. Events are things that happen instantaneously and have no duration. They frequently serve as triggers for activities or processes. Task. A simple single unit of work carried out by one participant. Activities. A large unit of work that could include several tasks or checks. Decision points. It refers to a point in a process where a decision is taken that affects the flow of the process. Actors. Actors are those who perform tasks or activities in a process. There are two types of actors. Internal actors are participants within the organization. External actors are parties outside the organization. Objects. There are two types of objects. Physical objects are things that are being used in the process. Examples are material, machinery, paper records. Informational objects are things that aren't physical. For example, digital record of files. Outcomes. The result of a process which can be positive or negative, meaning value delivered or no value. Origins and history of BPM. Emergence of functional organizations. Introductions of process thinking. Innovations and failures of business process re-engineering. Foundation of BPM and its life cycle. The functional organization. Prehistoric. Dualist controlling entire production processes. Ancient period. Intermediate specialization. with focus on specific goods and services. Middle Ages, deals with craftsmen understanding the whole process. Industrial Revolution, and Smith's specialization of labor leading to pure specialists. The birth of process. The 1980s shift. Ford purchased a significant stake in Mazda in the 1980s. Mazda was operating effectively with fewer workers than Ford. Ford saw areas of inefficiency in its processes, particularly in purchasing. Ford's inefficient purchasing process. Manual process, purchase orders, shipping notices, and invoice were all verified individually. Each document had 14 data items, so mismatches were frequent. 500 employees were required to resolve issues daily. Mazda's efficient model. Mazda had an accounts payable staff of only 5 employees, focused on prevention of errors rather than correction. Prompted Ford to re-engineer its processes. Introduction to Business Process Re-engineering (BPR). Hammer and Champy defined fundamental rethinking and radical design of business processes to achieve dramatic improvements in performance measures such as cost, quality, service, and speed. Ford applied BPR principles to redesign its purchasing process. Ford's redesign using BPR. Major changes: centralized database, maintained all purchase information in one source, immediate verification, place computer terminals in the warehouse for real-time delivery checks, vendor responsibility. Suppliers made accurate deliveries, reducing Ford's workload. Key results: accounts payable personnel reduced from 500 to 120 staff. Improved quality of operations and efficiency. Set a benchmark for BPR in the auto industry. The rise and fall of BPR. The rise of BPR in the 1990s. Path-breaking books by Davenport, Short, and Hamper popularized BPR. Companies formed BPR teams in order to make radical process redesigns with the sole aim of making dramatic cost, quality, and efficiency improvements. The decline of BPR by the late 1990s. Concept abuse, calling a change efforts BPR, led only to confusion and resentment over radicalism. Redesigning processes radically where it was inappropriate resulted in disruption, immature support, inadequate tools, and fixed IT systems, limited implementation. Revival of process thinking, evidence-based proving. Studies prove process-focused organizations to perform better. Advancements in technology, ERP systems improve integrating processes, workflow management systems help smoother execution, business process management systems (BPMS) have evolved to cover end-to-end processes. BPM as an encompassing approach. BPR, one of the BPM covering only radical design. BPM, comprehensive umbrella with planning, organizing, monitoring, and executing processes. BPM integrates BPR principles and sound process management methods. Key takeaways: BPR gained momentum in the 1990s but faltered due to overuse and excess radicalism. Balance and technological capabilities growth revived process-centered thinking. BPM emerged as an integrated solution, integrating the learnings of BPR with overall process management. BPM lifecycle. Phases of the BPM lifecycle: process identification, process discovery, process analysis, process redesign, process implementation, process monitoring. Role of technology in BPM: enhance process efficiency and effectiveness through the use of automation and digital technologies. IT and process analysts must work together in order for technology to enable business needs. Technology can automate efficient processes but will magnify if inefficient operations designed poorly. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I would be happy to answer any questions.